Good afternoon, everyone. Aniket here once again from Right Directions. First of all, thank you for joining our live session today. Guys, this video is specially for you if you are struggling in your writing section. And in this session, I won't be sharing some of the basic stuff or some of the things which all of you already know. So today I will tell you what are the common mistakes you guys do when writing an essay or summarized written text to make sure you are getting full points out of it. Now first of all, let me give you an overview of the writing module. So there are total of 2 tasks which are summarized written text and writing essay. So in the summarized written text, what you have to basically do is you will get a passage which is up to 300 words and you have to write a single sentence summary, and you will get marks in reading and writing both, and you will get time for 10 minutes to write. And in writing essay, you have to write a 200 to 300 word essay on a given topic. You will get marks only in writing and you will get 20 minutes to write. So overview is clear. Now what are the basic ideas for writing the summary? So first one is, while writing your own summary, begin it with the passage provides the information, the given passage provides detail about, or the given passage, etc. If you are using your template, you can use it too, but if you are writing your own summary, you have to use these phrases. Second one is, use the connectors such as like, and, also, moreover, however, furthermore, etc. You can also use fanboys. There are plenty of connectors to use. You can also Google some of the connectors if you want. Your third one and the last one is, do not use any short forms. So in PTE you should never use short forms. You should never use any of the short forms. Now let's take a look at the strategies for the essay writing. First of all, look at the topic and identify the type of essay. So the first thing you have to do is look at the topic and identify the type of essay. Which type of essay is this? Is it agree or disagree, advantage disadvantage, or opinion solution, or problem and solution? The second thing you have to do is start typing only the format according to the type of essay. Now you have identified the type of essay. According to this, you have to type only the format first. Third one is, in no case the format should take more than 5 minutes to type. Consume your next 10 minutes in writing the main points of the essay. Now you have covered your 15 minutes. 5 minutes in writing the formats and 10 minutes in writing the main points of the essay. Now keep the last 5 minutes for proofreading to check grammar, spelling error, content and coherence. So keep the last 5 minutes to check if your grammar is right, spelling error, content and coherence is correct. And do not use slangs in the essay and avoid short forms. Press double space after introduction, BP1 and BP2. No new point should be given either in introduction or in the conclusion of the essay. So you should never give a new point in the introduction and in the conclusion. If you want to, then you can give in BP1 or BP2. State clearly in the introduction on which side you are going to write, that is, give introduction and conclusion according to agree or disagree, advantage and disadvantage, problem and solution, and opinion and solution. Try to rephrase the topic by interchanging the words. Always rephrase the topic. Never write the exact same statement which is written above. So your last one is, in no case length of BP1 should exceed the length of BP2. So these were the basic strategies for the essay writing. Now let's come to the main point, common errors or mistakes which we do in PTE writing. So the very first thing you have been marked is your content. Content means if you are writing on the right topic or not. It's not like you have been given a topic on computer and you are writing on internet. So if you have identified the topic and using an appropriate set of keywords, you are getting full marks in content. So always use appropriate set of keywords. The next thing which I am going to share about is form. How is form marked? Form means that you have to write in the given word limit, and in summary only you have to write in a single sentence, and that should be between 5 to 75 words. and if you write more than or less than the word limit, then straight away you will get 0 marks in form. So this thing is clear. But the fact is that what happens in the given passage is that we get a few words which are like this: U.S.A 17th BC, what, question mark and exclamation mark. Now how will computer come to know that yes, you have written one sentence and no? So there is a algorithm, and based on the number of full stops you are using, it will come to know, or it will identify how many sentences you have written. Okay, a lot of students out there know they have to use only one full stop, but they are not doing it consciously. Subconsciously, what they do is they try to add the keywords. If you get any of these keywords in your passage, simply you will try to include it, because most of them are proper nouns. Like if you write U.S.A, computer will come to know that you have written two sentences, because in writing summary you can only use one full stop in the last. Now you have used two full stops in U.S.A, so the computer will come to know that you have written two sentences. So make sure your sentence, you do not have any kind of full stop even between the words, right? You do not use any kind of question mark in the middle of the sentence or exclamation mark. So this thing is clear. So in PTE writing, the first question we all have in our mind is that what tells the software that you indeed write good? There are plenty of things that tells the software that this person writes good. Yes, there are plenty of things. Not only essay or summary, summarized written text tells the software that this person writes good, but many other tasks tells the software that this person writes good, like essay, summarized written text, summarized spoken text, listening fill in the blanks, write from dictation, and reading and writing fill in the blanks. So these things also tells the software that this person writes good. Now we will talk about only the essay. From the essay, how the software judge you. So when we talk about essay, what software wants? Template, content, sentence formation, or grammar? Is it template? No. Template doesn't make any difference. Template doesn't matter at all. So is it content? No. It's not exactly the content, but whatever you write in content, it will simply compare by applying some algorithm. So what I'm trying to tell you is there is no certainty. It cannot fully rely on the content and then judge you. I'm repeating it. It cannot fully rely on the content and then judge you. So content is not the one if your scores are stuck at 60 or 64. Is it the sentence formation or grammar? Yes, it's the sentence formation and grammar. Many people don't give importance to this. They just try to cram the template and try to fit in the content. But at the end of the day, they make a very bad sentence. So keep in mind that sentence formation is the key to your writing. Second thing is your grammar. Now listen carefully. Grammar in the enabling skill is not the reflection of your essay writing. No, I am repeating it. Grammar in the enabling skill is not the reflection of your essay writing. It's the grammar and sentence formation in the essay that tells the software that you write good. And the third one is the ability to write in a way that software understands it, or any other reader who reads your essay should love reading it. In a way, you should avoid vague pronouns and shifting tenses. So I have mixed a few things for the basic level and for the advanced level. These things are crucial for everyone. Now let's take example of the vague pronouns. Take the radio out of the car and fix it. Now we obviously know that fix it what? The radio. But it is confusing the algorithm. Fix it what? The radio or the car? Let's take other example of vague pronoun. After the girls left the locker rooms, the janitor cleaned them. Cleaned them what? the girls or the locker rooms. So this is confusing the algorithm that we always write in an informal way, so we don't have to make these mistakes. Okay, now what is the software looking for? It's not just English, it's the presence of mind. You need to know what are you writing, you need to know what are you speaking, you need to know what are you reading and listening. So be conscious for what are you doing. Second thing is concentration. You might be very good in English, but on that particular day, if you are not concentrated, you will not get any marks. Remember, you will not get any marks if you are not concentrated. Now let me give you an example. If you concentrate on repeat sentence and write from dictation, you can give the output faster. So by concentration, they check how fast you are. Basically, they are checking how quick or smart you are. That's about PTE. It's not just about English, it's how much skilled you are. It tests your skills. So develop your skills. Let's target on the skills, not on the marks. You develop the skills, you become quick, you become smart, your concentration doubles, and your presence of mind will be much better than you had before. With all these, you develop the language. It could be English or any other language, obviously. So at the end, all these small things tells the software that you are worthy for the 79 plus or 85 plus. So this is it for today. Stay tuned for more sessions like this. For online classes, you can contact on the helpline number or visit our website rightdirectionsoverseas.com. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.